Hi, everybody, and welcome to our whatever this is video podcast thing. Kenny will be reviewing several movies, and I will be sitting here being incredibly unhelpful as he attempts this task. So, Kenny, why don't you go on and start with the first movie? What was it, Fury? Is that what you want to start with?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and hit with the one that released this week.
Okay.
Fury with Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf, a couple other
Other
actors.
people.
What's that?
Other people.
Other people. Consequential to the movie. It was actually really good. Nice little slice of World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And I
it's
bet it
not.
probably had a very unpredictable plot line that was unlike any other World War II movie that's come out in the last 30 years. Or actually ever. Maybe go with ever.
I wish it was unpredictable, but but it was not. I mean, we haven't seen tank battles in a while. I mean, it's been a long time since anyone has put that into a World War II scenario. So it's nice to see that and it be concentrated on that unit. And you do really kind of feel at home inside that tank, and just seeing every little bit of it work and how integral they are to one another and staying alive. Uh, there are like two really tense scenes, and they all take place in this one house. So when you get to that, if it makes you a little uncomfortable and nervous, it should.
It's like a Quentin Tarantino, I'm in the cellar kind of scene.
Uh, it's not. It's a different kind of tense.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right. I can dig that. I can dig that. So there's several reasons I had absolutely zero desire to see this movie. But I'll
Okay.
start with the big two. One I've already mentioned, that it's a World War II movie. They are all almost the same movie. Sometimes they're done really well, like Saving Private Ryan, but it doesn't change the fact. Now, well, that was an anomaly. That was a uniquely good World War II movie.
Yeah.
Most, I would say, are the same movie over and over again. Two, the movie takes place at the end of in Germany at the end of World War II, correct? And it tries to gin up this, oh, we're defending against this German onslaught in Germany. The thing is, I know World War II history, but by the time the Allies were in Germany, the German army was not the well-oiled world-conquering machine that it had been throughout World War II. It was, we're pretty tired, broken, hungry, and we're just looking for a way out at this point, with some dignity and maybe our life.
And they do mention that in the movie.
And so it's really hard for me to believe there's really any kind of dramatic tension at the end there with an onslaught of a defeated army. I save my suspension of disbelief for movies in which there is a hero in spandex who can lift up buildings, not for, oh, we're trying to be a historical reenactment of something.
All right.
This is my judgmental face.
I bet it is your judgment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Right.
it's very similar to
So
my
when
normal
we
face.
get a little further removed from this movie, I maybe have stack it with other World War II movies. But right now, I agree with you. It's probably going to be middle of the road. All right, Dracula Untold, Luke Evans, I believe. Really middle of not even middle of the road. It's probably one of the worst Dracula interpretations you've ever seen. And this movie almost would have worked if I could really have felt it for the country he was trying to defend, and but then you never have a connection with his wife and kid. So once he goes full Dracula mode, it just you don't care anymore. And I was actually surprised how bad the CGI was.
Really?
So, yeah, I figured they would have spent a little more money on that. Everything's just really dark, so you shouldn't have had to spend that much to make it look better. So.
Well, that is unsurprising from a Dracula remake that was clearly trying to make Dracula the hero. So, yeah, he's one of the quintessential villains. You don't make that character the hero.
Yeah, it just didn't work.
Yeah, of course it
You
did.
knew it was going to fall apart the entire time, so you're just kind of like, when is this train wreck going to happen?
Once again, another movie I didn't even bother seeing after watching the trailer. Although
There's not a lot of things to do in
Omaha,
Omaha right
not the trailer.
now. Okay? All right, let's talk about The Judge, because even though it's rated 50 on Rotten Tomatoes, I still really enjoyed the movie.
Okay. It's got Robert Downey Jr. and Robert Duvall, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
They do a great job. Here's my question, though. Should Robert Downey Jr. really because there's some Oscar talk for the judge. And how do you give an Oscar to Robert Downey Jr. when all he's doing is playing Robert Downey Jr.?
I mean, I don't know. This Hollywood has a formula, and if you are either one of these or a combination of these, then you get an Oscar. If you are playing a gay character, if you are playing a historical character, if you are playing a character that gets killed, yeah, that's it. You got to be one of those three things. And if you're a combination of them, then you're gold. So that's how you get an Oscar.
So a gay historical figure that dies is like...
That's why Sean Penn got an Oscar for Milk.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
Can't argue with that. All right. Let's go indie movie just a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Talk Skeleton Twins, Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig. I highly suggest everybody go watch this one. Out of the four we mentioned, even though Fury was enjoyable. If you're not in tears walking out of that theater, not because of the drama, but just like because your sides are apart from laughing. There's a really good balance of the drama between Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig. They're twins that lost their father, and their lives kind of derailed from that point. So really good performances from them too. Luke Wilson makes an appearance in this movie as the husband of Kristen Wiig, and he's a complete oof. But he plays it very well, kind of like the dumb jock thing going on. So when certain things happen in a movie, you really feel for him. And that'd be my wrap on the movies I've seen this month. Any thoughts on those, Trevor?
I actually did kind of want to see the Skeleton Twins. That actually did look really funny. I am an absolutely huge Bill Hader fan. Even if I don't like the movie Bill Hader is in, I will enjoy Bill Hader.
Yeah.
And Kristen Wiig is also very funny. I've not always enjoyed her to the same extent I've enjoyed Bill Hader, but she is probably one of my favorite female comedians at this point, because she is also very funny. Yeah. And Luke Wilson's a Wilson, so I mean, you're gonna have at least some fun with them on screen.
Yeah, so just really good casting and a really good job. So, St. Vincent was one I wanted to see, but it's not out yet and everywhere. Hearing good things about that. That's Bill Murray and Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, cool.
Apparently, Bill Murray is a drunk that's got a gambling addiction, living next to Melissa McCarthy. And they're the new neighbors. So, we'll see. The trailers look good. It's going good on Rotten Tomatoes right now. So, we'll see.
Okay.
And then let's talk about two trailers that I watched recently. Nightcrawler and Foxcatcher. You did get to watch those two before we jumped on. Anything that stood out on those two to you?
All right. Well, I mean, I guess the leads, they're the ones that stood out to me the most. Jake Gyllenhaal in Foxcatcher looks positively...
Jake Gyllenhaal is a Nightcrawler. And Channing Tatum.
Jake Gyllenhaal is Nightcrawler. My bad. But he looked positively crazy. But he also conveyed this sort of desperation in the trailer that was really interesting to watch. And it looks like it's going to be a big commentary on the media and how they go about things. And then Foxcatcher just looks insane.
Yeah.
Steve Carell, I did not realize it was Steve Carell.
I'm not sure what they did with his hair and everything, but
his face looked completely different.
And he's found his voice.
Yeah, I did not realize it was Steve Carell at all until you said that was Steve Carell, honestly. I probably still would not have realized it was Steve Carell. And he just gave me this very uncomfortable, creepy feeling the entire time. And Channing Tatum just seemed like a big hunk of man meat like he always is, but not terribly bright in that movie, which they could be going for that, I don't know. But both look very promising and very interesting concepts in movies. See, now Foxcatcher, because it's based off a true story, that is something that somebody could possibly get an Oscar for.
That's messed up, man.
What? You know it's true.
I know it's just, but yeah, the historical thing you said before, yeah, it would match up with that.
Yeah.
Is it really those three categories? Like, so if we backtrack between Oscars, they're all going to be gay, historical, or die.
Or some combination of those.
Okay, that'd be an interesting study for us to do. That might be another
No,
video.
I'm actually stealing this from crack.com. They did it.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
Plagiarism.
No, I acknowledge it, so it's not plagiarism.
All right, well, thank you for acknowledging it.
Yeah, see? I cited it. Crack.com's excellent. I don't know about their legal department, so please, admit that I stole that from them.
Yeah, we'll post it on the video.
Okay.
Something like that. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with us today. That's your reviews of the movies for the month, and then we'll catch up with you when these other two come out. And really looking forward to... Actually, I forgot to mention, Interstellar will be out in probably about 4 weeks. I think it's the second week of November.
Oh, and it's Chris Nolan, and it's got to be good because it's Chris Nolan.
What was with that?
What do you mean, what was that?
Are you getting burnt out of the Nolan?
I'm getting burnt out on the relentless love of Nolan.
Oh. Okay, you might have to talk about that one. All right, this is Kenny, and I'm signing off.
This is Trevor, and I do what I want.
All right, later, guys. Pretty darn close.
Yeah, right? Right?
Hey, how many people did you say die?
Either all of them or at least just Brad Pitt. At least Brad Pitt.
Ooh, so close.
Now, I do know that the babyface guy, that dude definitely lives through the whole thing and is horrifically traumatized. But learns something about himself. One moment, I'm texting you. It's very important. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Okay. You beating a level on Candy Crush?
No, I am texting a young lady.
Ow, ow. Probably inappropriate for the internet. Or pretty bar. I guess that bar is pretty low.
Yeah, no, that pretty inappropriate for the internet does not exist.
If it did,
I mean, we could Google what's too inappropriate for the internet and see what comes up. We could play that game and see how horrified we are. I'm betting I can last 5 minutes. That's my bet. That's how long I think I can go.
I mean, whoa, if you can only last 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Then there's got to be some pretty messed up stuff in that first 45 seconds for me.
Yes, that's kind of my point. I can only handle because there's Reddit, and Reddit is nowhere near the worst the internet has to offer. And when you go diving deep into Reddit, there are some things that you just walk into the room, look around, then just back out because you don't want to turn your back to what's going on.